Good morning, everybody. Today I am going to sketch this face for you, and at the end of the video I will be announcing the winner of the 5K giveaway. So stay tuned to the end. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you did that. If you like what you see, ring the bell to be notified of new videos when I upload them, and leave me a comment and let me know if you enjoy sketching in a sketchbook and what your subjects are. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to speed this right up. So I always start by blocking in the face, the outline of the face, and then the correct placement of the features. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I make adjustments as I go. I usually start with the eyes. I just recently saw a video from an art professor who said you should start with the nose, but I've been doing this for so long that I still start with the eyes. And just getting the basic shape in, I noticed that the right eye is a little bit larger than the left, so just make some adjustments there with the top of the eyelid. And then I just move to the nose and get a basic nose shape in. For me, all of the realism, or semi-realism I should say, comes from the shading. So I don't stop to do a whole lot of that right at the beginning. Right now I'm just trying to establish form. I sometimes work with a reference and sometimes I don't. In this case I had a reference to my right on my iPad that I was referring to. My references never end up looking exactly, my drawings never end up looking exactly like my reference, but it just does help me to produce a better drawing almost every time when I use a reference. So in this case the reference was an image that I saw on Pinterest, a photograph. I don't do a whole lot in terms of drawing the ears. I do always put the ears in. Sometimes hair covers the ears depending on what I end up doing for hair at the end. In this case I'm just trying to mimic the subject's hair, how it is in the photograph. So just a corner of that left ear is actually end up behind her hair. I'm going to just get rid of it. So that's my basic shape. So now I can start adding in some of the details, the pupils of the eye. I just leave a highlight there. To me, the eyelids really help open up the eyes, and you'll see when I start shading that they really create a lot of depth. The shading is what sort of brings the sketch to life in terms of dimension and realism. Just adding a little cross hatching where the shadows would be falling. Most of my drawings that I do, I will post on Instagram. So if you're interested in seeing more of my daily practice, which consists mostly of drawing faces, you can find me on Instagram. The link to that is in my channel header. Faces usually take me, unless it's extremely complicated, but in general, faces usually take me an hour to an hour and a half to draw, depending on the size and the amount of detail that I decide to add. But it's my daily practice. It usually happens on that little tray table as I sit in front of the TV, and it's just very enjoyable and relaxing way usually to end the day for me. I have all sizes of sketchbooks. This is a small one. I think it's like a 5x7, maybe, about that size. Just sketchbook paper, nothing real special. So now I'm going to start going in with the blending stump and establishing some shadows, and generally just leaving the highlights where the highlights would be. And you see that sticky eraser there sitting to my right. I'll use that sometimes to bring the highlights back if I've lost them. It's fun for me to look back. I've got just tons and tons of sketchbooks and art journals, but it's fun to look back at what, you know, the skill level I was at when I started. I started doing faces about 3 years ago, I think it is now, and I've learned a lot. I'm still learning, still, you know, practicing, but I think every portrait that I draw, I learn something, and I'm still taking, you know, time to watch videos and see how other people approach things. Always trying something new. So I'm just getting some tone in the hair, and then I can come back and add the individual strands of hair later. But getting the tone down, again, it just establishes the depth and the dimension that the hair takes up. And then I'm taking some of the graphite out to make some of those highlights just a little bit stronger. That tiny eraser that I can get in there and put in the highlight that usually lands along the top of the lip and any of the small spots that I want to open up. Adding a little more graphite from my blending stump to give her a little more pronounced cheekbones there. Strengthen strengthening the shadow under the bottom lip. So I am going to stop talking until this is done and just let you watch the rest. Okay, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's just a fairly quick sketch that I do in the evening just to practice. So now I am very happy to announce the winner of my 5K giveaway. And if you missed seeing what that was all about, go back one video. But the winner is Cheryl17476. Cheryl, if you would go to my about information on my channel, you'll find my email address. Send me an email with your mailing information and I will get right back to you. Congratulations. Thanks for watching. All of you, thanks for watching. And in the meantime, go make some art. Bye.